Hi, I'm Rick Strickler, and I'll be teaching the class this summer for Management 5103, Research Methods, um, and welcome to our summer class. So we will start out in Blackboard, okay, and for some reason this one went. There we go. Okay, so here's our class. This is what it says on Blackboard, and you open that up and hit the Start Here menu, and this is where you'll come. And here's my little opening to welcome you. And the best thing to do first is to click on the syllabus, and we're going to go over the syllabus right now, and I've already opened it. So we'll go over here. There we are. There, I clicked on. Okay, so I'm going to try and talk a little bit faster because I have to do this in less than 15 minutes or YouTube won't accept it, and then I have to start all over. So this is actually my second time saying this because I talked too much last time. Okay, so here's our syllabus, Management 5103, Research Methods in Business, Summer 2020, online. Here's my information. The office phone number will not be effective because I'm not at my office, and there is no call forwarding, there's no email forwarding. So if you call there, I won't know it until I get back to my office, and because of the quarantine and everything, I have no idea when I'll be getting back to my office. So I've been working out of my home since spring break, and so I have no idea. There might be a million messages on my phone. I have no idea. Also, this is my office at the business school building, um, but again, I won't be there. So these two things won't be applicable. The only thing that is my email address. If you have a question or have an issue or a concern or anything like that with this class, please send me an email. It does go to my phone, and I will respond within 24 hours. I try to do it much faster, but I used to say I would do it quicker, and then students started emailing me at 1 and 2 in the morning, and then complained that I said I'd respond within 5 hours, and I didn't respond by 6 a.m., and they were very upset. So now I say within 24 hours. Obviously, if you email me at 4 a.m. Saturday morning, I may not get back to it until Saturday evening or Sunday because it's the weekend. Um, and so if you email me at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning, I will probably get back to you on Monday morning, barring anything coming up. Okay, so here's our accreditation. We are ACBSP accredited, and that goes what ACBSP accredited means. And then here, and that's the logo for ACBSP accredited. And then here's the Stone Cipher School of Business core values, which is ICARE, which stands for integrity, candor, accountability, respect, and excellence. So if Dean Godwin ever asks you what's the core values for the School of Business, you can say, oh, ICARE, and then he'll ask you, what does ICARE stand for? And then you can say integrity, candor, accountability, respect, and excellence. And he'll ask you, where did you learn that? And you can tell in this class, and then he'll think, he'll give me a little brownie point or whatever you call it. So down here's all the learning outcomes that we have for this class. The course provides an overview of business research and requirements needed to conduct quality business research. And then we come down here to the schedule, which is probably the most important part. So here's the course outline and schedule. So week 1, June 1st to June 6th. We always go from Sunday to Saturday except for the first week because we don't start till Monday. So the 1st to the 6th, and then the rest of them are Monday to Saturday, except for the last week, of course, because we end on a Tuesday. So we're reviewing the syllabus right now. You probably want to spend a little bit more time on it. And also on week 1, you're to read Marketing Section Chapter 1, Marketing Chapter 1, which is the PowerPoints. You don't need a textbook for this class. Everything is on Blackboard and available through the library database. So you won't need anything except for the library's database to do journal article research and this Blackboard, all the attachments to the Blackboard for the class. So chapter 1, you read the article, watch the video, and complete the discussion board. Week 2, which is June 7th through 13th, is chapter 2. Read marketing chapter 2, the article. there should be a comment in there. I'm sorry. A comment there. Watch the video and complete the discussion board. Let me save that. I'll switch it out. And then week 3, which is June 14th to the 20th. There's marketing section, chapter 3. Read chapter 3 and the article, and then watch the video and complete the discussion board. And then here we have the exam. The exam will be available on June 19th until June 20th at these times, 8 a.m. on Friday to 8 p.m. on Saturday. You will have 2 hours once you begin, so please start before 6 p.m. on Saturday because you need the 2 hours. If you don't need the 2 hours, that's fine, but you should give yourself at least the 2 hours to finish the exam. So the latest that you should start the exam would be probably 10 of 6 to give yourself 10 minutes in case something happens as far as glitches or whatever. But I would start it before 10 of 6 on Saturday p.m. to finish it on time. Okay? And then we go into the next section, which is accounting. So you would read chapters 1 and 2, PowerPoints, and notes. Marketing doesn't have notes, but accounting, economics, and finance do. They have PowerPoints and notes. Watch or read the article, watch the video, complete the discussion board. And that's how the system goes. Then on the last week, you have your research paper and presentation that's due on July 26th by noon. July 26th is a Sunday. And then on the 27th and 28th is the final exam, which is on finance. It's not cumulative, it's just the finance exam, which is the final exam. And again, you have an 8 a.m. Monday to Tuesday 9 p.m. Okay. That's what it says there. Tuesday 9 p.m. Okay, so going down here, the discussion board, you make one meaningful entry, minimum of 50 words concerning the topic assigned for the reading for that week. It could be something that you saw in the PowerPoint, something you saw in the article, something you saw in the video, or a combination of 2 or 3 of those that you're writing about. Once you finished that, then you would also add something that's pertinent to your life today, as far as your career or something that you observed that reminded you of this chapter, of this topic, that you could actually put some application to it in the real world. And then after you do that, you post it, and then you respond to a classmate, and your response must be at least 25 words, must be meaningful, must basically simulate the way it is in a college classroom. So in a college classroom, you wouldn't spend 30 seconds complimenting the person on their question or their response or their input in class. You might say, that's a good point, and then go on with your meaningful contribution. So that's what I want here. You might spend a word, 2 or 3 on a positive compliment to the other person, but the rest of the time you would actually contribute to the class based on your knowledge or your interpretation of what was the material that week applied to that classmate's posts. And again, I would like it if you could add something from the outside world to expand a little bit upon this. Okay, so the whole point of this is to expand everybody's knowledge on the topic based on what you are posting. And those are due by 11:59 p.m. every Saturday. Okay? And it's worth 20% of your grade. So it is really important that you do this. You could literally get a C in the class if this is not done correctly or not done at all. And you got an A in everything else. You could get a C in the class because you didn't do this correctly. Now, the research paper and presentation, each student will conduct a project worthy of graduate business students. The topic may be anything pertaining to marketing, accounting, economics, or finance. The research paper must be APA 7th edition. Okay, here is the new APA manual, 7th edition. Okay, just came out not too long ago, and so we're going to use the new manual. The 6th edition is obsolete now. It must be a minimum of 6 pages in the body. Okay, so not counting the title page, not counting the table of contents, not counting the abstract, and not counting reference pages. It must be at least 6 pages. And 6 pages is 6 full pages. So you probably want to have at least one line into the 7th page to make sure you have 6 full pages. Okay. Everything must be APA, which means 1-inch margins, 12-point times Roman font, all that other good stuff. Must have at least level 1 and level 2 headers on it. Again, the library can help you if you've never written a research paper in APA and you're not sure what headers are. There's also other websites that could help you, like OWL is a good one from Purdue. It's called Purdue, like the University of Purdue, Purdue OWL. If you Google that, it'll come right up. And the librarians are great if you for help with that as well. Okay. The articles that you're getting, they must be less than 7 years old. So there shouldn't be anything in your paper that's before August of 2013, because your paper's due the end of July. So July 26th. So the latest that the articles could be, the oldest that the articles could be, is August of 2013. The reason I'm doing that is so that the information is relevant to today. If you're getting articles from 2000 or 1995, the material is so old that it really isn't relevant anymore. Okay. So also, when you're writing the paper, if you have a journal, it has to be academic journal articles. That's the only thing acceptable. No wikis, no Newsweek, no Wall Street Journal. It has to be academic journal articles only. That's the only thing that counts for this. And you can only cite them a maximum of 3 times for each article. Now, if you only want to cite it once or twice, that's fine, but it can't be more than 3 times per journal article. You should have an average of 2 different citations for every paragraph, excluding the introduction and conclusion. Okay, so if I'm looking at each of the paragraphs, excluding those 2, I should see 2 different citations in that paragraph. Okay, you should never use the same journal article citation twice in a row. So you shouldn't end one paragraph with abc.com and then start the next paragraph with a paraphrase from abc.com. They shouldn't be chronological in that. All right. Everything must be paraphrased. There should be no direct quotes. The paper is too small to have any direct quotes whatsoever, so that's why I capitalized that. No direct quotes. You must also then create a PowerPoint presentation based on your research. I don't want you to read me the research paper. I want you to give me what the research paper tells us. So I want you to give me the meaning behind the research paper, the practicalness of it, the application of it, how it applies to one of the topics that we're covering. Okay, and so the presentation doesn't the PowerPoint presentation doesn't have to be that long, even though the paper is a minimum of 6 pages in the body. Now, every slide, except for your reference slide, has to have your words embedded into each of the slides. Okay, so I want you to actually tell me, not read me the PowerPoint. I want you to be like you're presenting it. So the PowerPoint might have 4 bullet points on it, and you explain what that is. Now, you don't have to get elaborate. I'm only looking for probably 20 to 40 seconds per slide. If you want to go a little over that, that's fine, but it really doesn't have to be anything more than 20 to 40 seconds per slide. Again, of real information. I don't want a lot of hyperbole or things like that. Okay, now this is worth 40% of your grade, combining the research paper and the presentation. Okay, and then here's the grading part. 4 exams, 100 points each, 400 points. Participation, 200 points. And presentation research, 100 points to 1,000. And then here is the scale: 900 to 1,000 is an A, 800 to 899 is a B, 700 to 799 is a C. So if you come at the end of the semester, and if you're at the end of the semester and your grades total 889 points, that's a B. That's it. It's a B. There's no extra. There's no anything. That's this range, and that's a B. If it's 792 points, that's a C. There's no rounding. That's a C. It's in this range. Okay? And so that's our semester. Welcome, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm ending it quick because I have to get it in less than 15 minutes. I'm sorry it ends so abruptly. Take care.